up, Blackish fam? I hope all is well in your corner of the world. We're continuing to get into these bars, right? We're looking for artists that are extremely lyrical, and we're breaking down the context of everything they were trying to message, they were trying to put out to the world. Now, because with a lot of artists like Nas, Big L, even Tupac, right? Toby Wigway, J. Cole, Joyner Lucas, there's a lot of hidden meaning in the bars, and it's important to understand the context of what they're saying. So I want to break those down, and I just came across a track from Nas called Ugly, and it's not one that I'm familiar with. And I say ugly like your mom. No, but for real, I want to break down the bars and get into it, and let's explore this track together. So without further ado, this is Nas. It's called Ugly.
Yeah. It's ugly outside, it's muggy, it's muddy outside. 105 Fahrenheit, thunderous skies. The cloud shape a clown face.
Yo, I love Nas because he doesn't waste any time with those really long intros, right? You listen to Dr. Dre, and it's like, man, I know he's showcasing his music, right? The beats and stuff. Man, Nas is just like, yo, what is that? Run that beat, let's go, you know? But I love what he's saying, right? He's just describing the world around him, what Nas is known for, right? The ability to storytell. He said, yo, it's ugly outside. It's muggy. There's money outside, right? So it's ugly in different ways. Yeah, it's ugly because it's muggy out, but the way we get this money is also ugly, right? He said, yo, it's 105 degrees Fahrenheit. Thunderous skies, right? Yo, let's get right back to it. He's painting that picture for us.
Outside, 105 Fahrenheit, thunderous skies. The cloud shape a clown face above where you reside. Under his eye, teardrop got the ugliest cry. They call my city Gotham City, opposite of pretty. Weatherman cannot predict bullets raining from out the 50. It's ugly outside, Big L would be here if it wasn't. Hella freeze over the day it doesn't get ugly out.
Yo, listen to what he's saying, right? He starts describing that it's ugly outside, but it's really quick. We can determine that he's not just talking about the weather, right? He's not just talking about the extreme heat. It's muggy, thunderous skies. He said the clouds shape a clown face above where you reside, right? Think about that. There's like a gray cloud over you. He said they call my city Gotham City, right? You think of Gotham City, you think of all the crime in the city where Batman is, right? The metropolis, Gotham City. He said, yo, it's the ugly, it's the opposite of pretty, right? It's ugly out here. And he said, weathermen can't predict bullets raining from out the 50. I don't know what he's referring to for the 50, if that's part of a zip code, if it's like the 50-50 club, if he's talking about, I don't understand that point of reference, but I definitely understand that weathermen can't predict bullets raining, right? That's something they're not capable of. But yo, when he says it's ugly outside, he said Big L would be here if it wasn't, right? He's saying like, yo, these streets are ugly. For those that don't know Big L was extremely lyrical. There's actually a story that says Nas once heard him and was like fearful to go on after him because he was like, yo, this dude is extremely lyrical. Unfortunately, Big L had a really short career. He was actually killed February 15th of 1999. He was shot on, I think it was 45 West 139th Street. This was in Harlem, and he was shot 9 times in the face and chest in a drive-by shooting. So he's talking about Big L. A lot of people know Big L because he was extremely lyrical, but he's like, yo, it's ugly out. If it wasn't, Big L would still be here, right? Or Tupac would still be here, right? Biggie would still be here. Malcolm X would still be here. Martin Luther King would still be here, but it's ugly out in these streets, especially in New York.
It's ugly outside, Big L would be here if it wasn't. Hella freeze over the day it doesn't get ugly out. How can we hug it out after we slugged it out?
Hell will freeze over the day that it's not ugly, right? It'll never happen. That's like the equivalent of somebody saying, when pigs fly, right? He said, yo, how can we hug it out after we done slugged it out, right? We out here murdering our own babies. There ain't no truce in these streets like that.
After we slugged it out, we should be buying acres, adjusting each other's crowns. That was your brother back then. How could you gun him down?
Yo, listen to what he's saying, right? He said, yo, we should be buying acres. We should be making moves in this world and setting up our kids for generational wealth. We're all kings, right? We should be adjusting our crown. I love Nas because he understands his history, right? He said, do you know where you come from? Not just the slave, not just the plantation you come from, Do you know about Africa? And do you know that Africa was this big, beautiful, intelligent place before you were removed from there and all your ancestors were put in the slave game? Do you understand that people would travel to Africa to get knowledge? That had some of the best libraries in the world? He's like, bro, you're a king. You're a queen. You're the descendants of royalty. We should be adjusting each other's crown. And we're out here shooting brothers that look like us. He said, yo, that was your brother back then. How can you gun him down now, right? Like, yo, what are you doing?
Gun him down. Yeah. Yeah, this is what I live for. The inventor, the reinvention. I'm reincarnated, see what it hit for. Yo, even your mentor could get you sent for. Get you chipped off and miss a brick off. You hit a brick wall, damn big dog. Dove in that water and got hit with a cannonball. At the Christmas sweater party with no sense.
Even your mentor can get you sent for, right? Don't trust anybody. Move with purpose, right? What does Black Thought say in his famous freestyle? He says, walk on eggshells, sleep on a bed of nails. What are these things? He's telling you, yo, you got to move with purpose, move cautiously, because it's the people that you think you know the best that are out and they'll get you, bro.
Santa Claus, companies profit off of black trauma. That's ugly, mad ugly, just like Shanae.
Yo, let's bring that back.
Santa Claus, companies profit off of black trauma. That's ugly, mad ugly, just like Shanae and Wanda.
Shanae and Wanda, who remembers Shanae, right? Or Wanda from, that's Martin. That's a throwback to black comedy, right? And you know, I like what he said there. He said, ugly Christmas sweater party with no Santa Claus. I don't understand the reference.
The cannonball, ugly Christmas sweater party with no Santa Claus. Companies profit off of black trauma. That's ugly, mad ugly, just like Shanae and Wanda. You been through shit, I've been through shit. Every day is an honor. It's ugly how Mercedes Moore lost her life to a stalker. I'm in office every day until I see.
Who knows about Mercedes Moore, right? He's dropping knowledge here. She was an Instagram model, and it's really playing out on how he said, yo, you've been through shit. I've been through shit. Every day is an honor. It's ugly how Mercedes Moore lost her life to a stalker. Mercedes Moore, she considered herself a model and an influencer, right? She had like nearly 3 million followers on Instagram. She was only 33, and they found her dead in her Texas home. And she was actually next to the body of her stalker. There's this dude named Kevin Alexander Oporto. This dude was from Florida. And, you know, he had been stalking her. And, you know, she was one that, you know, she was an influencer. She was putting all her information out there and being harassed online. And unfortunately, a lot of people don't take it seriously until it's too late.
Ugly how Mercedes Moore lost her life to a stalker. I'm on offense every day until I see the love. KD3 on the way, this just to feed the buzz. It's ugly.
Yo, that's deep, man. I like that. It had me thinking at the end, like, man, they're thinking about the chick that lost her life, this influencer, and how many people get death threats, right? How many are the Kardashians or the smaller influencers that you really don't know. We don't take it seriously. Yo, it's a crazy world that we live in. I like this, and now I see why it's called ugly. We're not talking about your mom, but we're talking about these mean and ugly streets and some of the dirt you can get into. Yo, that's a classic. Yo, if you love Nas and you love breaking down these lyrics, that wasn't as dense as I thought it might be. But yo, we like to dissect these bars and get into it and understand the context of what's going on in the world around them when they pen some of these lyrics. If you're a fan, don't forget to like the video, but also subscribe to the channel as well.